Okay, good afternoon, everybody. This is a video that I'm specifically doing on a topic that we have covered before, but I want to make sure that you all understand because it's probably one of the essential parts of the curriculum for Form 3. And the topic is linear, you may have known this before, linear perspective. Now, you know that all objects have what are called 3 dimensions. I'm going to stick a marker here to show you. So I'll write it over here thicker. So it's linear. Now you know that when you do, for example, in your math from standard 5 from primary school, you know that objects have 3 dimensions, and it's mostly length, width, and depth. So if I draw a cube, this here is the width, or it's called breadth. And this here is the height, or the length. But you have another dimension when you deal with dealing with solid 3D objects. And that is this dimension here called depth. Okay, and this is what we're going to focus on for linear perspective. Now, you can see that I have a flat piece of paper, right? So how do you represent a 3-dimensional object, like a solid object, like this sharpener, for example? How do you represent this solid object, on a flat piece of paper? And you do it by using lines. Okay, so I originally had a square, so I started off the cuboid by drawing a square, and I started adding lines to it. These are parallel lines, and that creates the idea that this 2-dimensional object, which is here, has now become a 3D object. Okay? Now, there are 2 types of perspective. There's single point, there's 1 point, and there are 2-point perspective. Okay? So the next video I have queued up, we're going to deal specifically with 1-point perspective.